This is a KGUN9 On Your Side news update.
A grandmother accused of killing her twin grandsons earlier this year has pleaded guilty to manslaughter. Her name is Dorothy Flood, and she originally faced 2 counts of first-degree murder. Back in April, her grandsons were found shot and killed. Flood will be sentenced at the end of January.
Meantime, DNA evidence in a 2012 cold case murder has led to a conviction. The Pima County Attorney's Office says police were doing a welfare check when they found a 49-year-old dead and locked inside of his own home. DNA testing of blood in that house connected Jose Javier Aleman Rodriguez to the crime. A jury convicted him of first-degree murder. He's scheduled to be sentenced on the 3rd of January. Federal officials say wait times are twice as long as normal at the ports of entry in Nogales. U.S. Customs and Border Protection says the Decancini port has an average wait time of about 45 minutes. CBP says Mexico increased security on its side of the ports. This allowed American authorities to open more lanes to traffic returning to the states after the holiday.
The Tucson City Council has voted to oppose the federal government on a recent policy change that affects migrants seeking asylum. It's called the Migrant Protection Protocol. Migrants in Arizona will now be bused to El Paso, where they'll be taken back across the border to Juarez. The mayor and council voted to send a letter to Arizona congressional delegates and President Trump calling for an end to the policy.
The city council is asking electric scooter companies operating in Tucson to come up with an action plan to lower safety concerns. More specifically here, city leaders want the companies to educate people about riding rules and parking requirements. The 6-month pilot program started in September. You know, if you've driven on La Cholla Boulevard in the last year or so, you've probably noticed 3 miles of road work.
Yeah, this is part of a road construction plan that was approved by voters in 2006 and is actually expected to be done 5 years early. KGUN9 On Your Side's Veronica Vernacchio has the story.
Hey, Mark Whitney, good morning. This project was actually approved by voters back in 2006 as part of a regional transportation authority plan. It's called the La Cholla Boulevard Project. It's going to do a couple different things. One of those things, it's going to be widening the road from 2 lanes to 4 lanes. Another one of the things is going to be adding drains, kind of like this one that you see behind me. This is actually going to have water running underneath the roadway, and that's mostly to help with things like monsoon, but it's also going to give animals a linkage between the roads so they don't have to go over the road. And all of this construction here was supposed to end sometime in 2026, but now officials are saying it's going to end in September of 2020. But for now, reporting in Oro Valley, Veronica Vernacchio, KGUN9 On Your Side.
Well, by the looks of it outside, April, might rain today, huh?
Yeah, we could see a little bit off and on throughout the day, but you could see Veronica is dry. 56 out there. We've bounced between the mid to upper 50s winds out of the south, and you look to the dew point and humidity values, and really it could be a lot worse. That rain cooled air we saw a little bit earlier, and now we're seeing a little bit of a break. The sun is rising, and you can see some pretty dark clouds. That's part of the reason why temps are as warm as they are, but there it is. We do have quite a bit moving into Arizona, but a lot of it is to our northeast or northern central Arizona, and we're starting to see a little bit of break right now. But more to come, so it'll be isolated in nature off and on throughout the day. At times we'll see the sun long enough that we're still expected to get into the low 70s, maybe 72 or 73, and then maybe another round later this afternoon or overnight into early Thursday before it's all said and done. Not a cold system, so this one is not going to take our temps down much at all, and not a lot of accumulation expected either. We're expecting this to move through pretty quickly, so maybe up to 1/10 of an inch, if that. Otherwise, we have another possible chance for rain late Sunday into Monday.